Multiplex Movie Warzone. I am your host, Kaleb Chicken Little Boatman here, and that is Ryan the Parmesan Parmesan. Hi, Ryan. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, sir. Correction, it's Ryan the quote Parmesan. I don't feel like going all the way back to my elementary school years where I was tortured and bullied for a living, but other than that, I'm happy to be here. I'm glad that this match is going to go down, and I can't wait to see what the outcome is going to be. Let's do this thing.
I mean, you got Parmesan. I had Kaleb Buttman, so I think I had it a little worse than you.
Yeah.
Without further ado, let's hear what our competitors have to say in their promos.
Hey everyone, I'm excited to be here in the second round. I'm excited to prove things here. Brian and I do have a history, so I can't wait to take advantage of that. A lot of people aren't giving me much chances at all. You guys didn't give me a chance last time against Dave, but here I am now, and I'm willing to go out there and try to knock off another favorite. So let's go ahead and get this underway.
All right, so here we are, round two. Let's see if we make it to round three. But first, I got to get past Sean. Sean is a nice guy. I like him. I've spoken to him a few times, been in some matches around him. I like the guy, and he does know his stuff. Anybody who's not giving him a shot is just not paying attention. I'm not looking past him. Yes, there are other opponents I'm worried to face in the future, but I got to get past Sean first. I don't think it's going to be necessarily an easy task. Him and Kirk did beat me in a team match in a different league. But anyway, this is Warzone. This is my turf. I'm going to take it. So good luck to you, Sean, but I'm certainly going to try and knock you off.
Well, those are some interesting promos, you know. Both very confident, but both with respect for the other. Sean wanting to perform another upset again, and Brian just wanting to make it to round three. Ryan, any thoughts?
Yeah, they were good, respectable promos. One competitor is trying to channel the spirits of Dan Murrell. The other person's trying to channel the spirits of JTE. Who knows what's going to happen? It's going to get chaotic, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get this underway.
Yes, it is shipping up to Boston versus the Jolly soundtrack in this one. But let's get both these gentlemen into the ring. Introducing first, with a record of 1 win, 0 defeats, representing the Jurassic Sharks, he is Sean, the Crusader, Wasserkrug. Introducing second, representing the Wild Stallions, he is entering the ring with a record of 2 wins, 1 defeat, Brian, the MacGuffin, Michaels! Okay, now that both the gentlemen are in the ring, it is time to get on with round one. We're going to give you 8 questions, 8 different categories. You're going to write your answers down on a whiteboard or a piece of paper if you prefer. And if you get all 8 right, you get a bonus question. You guys know the drill. It's the way everybody else does it. So, your first question, in the realm of romantic comedies. Who stars as Isabel in Bewitched? This is definitely a movie, Ryan. This is a film that exists.
Yes, it is. I think I saw this on VHS when that was still a thing, if not DVD.
Is that like Laserdisc?
Mm-hmm.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Brian.
Nicole Kidman?
And Sean?
Nicole Kidman.
Okay, both correct on that one. And I just realized my whiteboard says BS because I used both of your first initials. So there's a lot of BS in this match. Ryan, over to you.
Oh, gee whiz. All right, gentlemen. Question number 2 comes in the category of animated films. Animated. In Frankenweenie, how did Sparky die?
Have you ever brought a dog back to life, Ryan?
What's that?
5, 4.
Nobody frequently gives them mouth to mouth.
2.
Oh, jeez.
1. I'm talking about the plot of the film, Frankenweenie. Let's go to Sean.
Was he hit by a car?
And Brian.
Hit by car.
Both of you
correct.
are correct.
That was a straight up guess. I have not seen that movie.
Neither have I.
Your next question comes in the category of Oscars. Name one of the 2 films for which Jessica Lange won an Oscar. Who's an actor who you think should win an Oscar who hasn't already, Ryan?
Henry Cavill.
Ooh, that's a very Ryan take. 5,
Yes, it is.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Brian.
I actually don't know. I guess 1,000 Acres. I don't think that's right.
And Sean.
I don't even know if she was in this movie. I said fried green tomatoes.
The 2 answers we would have accepted were Tootsie or Blue Sky. Tootsie or Blue Sky.
Oh, I forgot about Blue Sky. Yeah.
I forgot about Tootsie.
Ryan, over to you.
All right, your next question comes in the category of directors. Directors. What actor directed The War of the Roses, Duplex, and Death to Smoochy?
So we have no perfect rounds in this match after that last Oscars question.
Mm-hmm.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sean.
Pure guess. Edward Norton.
And Brian.
Now channeled by The Rock, Danny DeVito.
That is correct.
Yeah, that trailer was terrible.
I kind of liked it.
It
Okay,
was
your
terrible.
next question in the realm of the category you should save for your mama, dramas. In dramas. In If Beale Street Could Talk, what crime is Fawny imprisoned for?
I've heard wonderful things about this film.
It's actually really great. If you get a chance, check it out. I liked it more than Moonlight, actually. Which
Ooh,
for some people is
okay.
sacrilegious, but I think it's of the better Barry Jenkins movie. 5, 4,
I gotta
3,
check out both now.
2, 1. Okay, Brian
I have never seen this movie. I said Manslaughter.
and Sean.
I also have not seen this movie. I said murder.
We were actually looking for Rape. Rape was the correct answer.
Ah, the feel-good film of the year.
Whew, boy. All right. Your next question, gentlemen, comes in the category of sports movies. Sports movies. What team does Rudy desperately want to play for in the film Rudy?
Do you want just the university, or do you want the name, full name?
We will accept either.
Either or answer. Yeah, I saw this movie a couple times.
Yeah, this is a sports ball movie.
Yeah, this movie's kind of hard to miss.
1. Okay, Brian
Is it Notre Dame?
and Sean.
Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
That's
correct.
right, gentlemen.
Sean showing off by giving the team name and the college name.
The Fighting Irish.
You should have drawn the logo, too.
That's right. That's a heck of a logo, too.
Okay, your next question comes in the category of comedies. What is the title of the second film in the Pink Panther franchise? This is I actually like a lot of these movies, Ryan.
I haven't seen any of them, so I can't comment nor speculate.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Gonna go in 5, 4,
I just remember the animated series growing up as a kid.
1. Sean
Is it the Return of the Pink Panther?
and Brian.
I didn't know about the interpretation on this question because A Shot in the Dark was technically the first one, but it wasn't Pink Panther, but it wasn't Spectacular Stuff. But I said Pink Panther Strikes Again.
The answer we were looking for was A Shot in the Dark. Because it is the second film that came out, because there was the Pink Panther.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were counting that.
That
That's
is
fine.
part of the franchise. It follows the continuity.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. So that does lead Ryan over to our final question.
All right, in the category of actors and actresses, who has played the characters of Chief Wallaby?
Chief Willoughby.
Willoughby, excuse me, Roy Munson, and Hamish Abernathy.
Sometimes those names are a little bit hard to say. It's okay.
Yeah, it was just the first one I was having trouble with.
Yeah. It has a lot of letters. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Brian.
Woody Harrelson.
And Sean.
Woody Harrelson.
Correct on both accounts. Okay. So that does bring us to the end of round 1, and we are at a very close game with Brian at 5 points and Sean at 4 points. So it is definitely anybody's game as we go into round 2, which is our wheel round. We're going to give you 10 different categories on the wheel. You're going to spin the wheel once. If you like what you spin, you can keep it, or you can spin again once. You're going to get 5 questions in whatever category you get. You get it correct, you get 2 points. If you go to multiple choice, you get 1 point. Or if you get it wrong, the opponent gets a chance to steal. So we are going to let Brian choose if he wants to spin or defer first. But first, we will tell you what categories are on our lovely wheel tonight. And they are 70s movies, Oscars, Sean's Strength of Batman movies, Spinner's Choice, written by John Cleese, which is Brian's strength, Tom Cruise, That movie, which is movies with the word that in the title, baseball movies, opponent's choice, and actor-actress filmography. So, Brian, you are currently in the 1 point lead. Would you like to spin or defer?
I will defer.
Okay, so Sean, this is your spin. And it's going to land on actor filmography, Brian's strength. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Let's go ahead and spin again.
Okay, so this is what you are stuck with. 70s movies. 70s movies is the category that you are going to be getting. Ryan, would you like to give Sean his questions in the category of 70s movies?
Yes, sir. I will get to that. Let me see. Here we go. All right, 70s movies. I have it here for you. Okay, here we go. Question number 1 in the category of 70s movies. Who directed the 70s films 3 Days of the Condor, The Electric Horseman, and The Way We Were?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A. George Roy Hill, B. Sidney Pollack, C. Norman Jewison, or D. John Schlesinger.
Sidney Pollack.
That is correct for a point. All right. Next question in 70s movies. What is the first name of Peter Sellers' character in the comedy drama Being There?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A. Cain, B. Kaleb, C. Sandy, or D. Chance.
Sandy.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Chance for a 1 point steal, Brian.
Pure guess. Let's go A.
That is also incorrect. We were looking for Chance.
The Cobra.
Yeah, all 4 of these names are very familiar. I didn't
I might be lying if I said I didn't do that on purpose.
Yeah, I kind of sort of see what you did there, young sir. But anyhow, that's neither here nor there. Your next question in the category of 70s movies. Who won an Oscar for his performance in The Deer Hunter?
Christopher Walken.
That is correct for 2 points. It was very good. Then we'll go on to the next question. I'm sorry, that's not a good impression. But anyhow, I do my best.
Come on. Man.
Yeah, I know, I'm trying. Anywho, your next question in 70s movies, before I laugh too much. How many Dirty Harry films were released in the 1970s?
Let's go multiple choice.
Your options are A, 2, B3, C4, or D5?
2.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal, Brian.
Is it 3?
That is correct for a point.
One or the other.
Okay, all right. Your last question in the category of 70s movies. Your question is thus. What 1977 film centers around a group of people who must transport a shipment of nitroglycerin across dangerous South African terrain?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, The Wages of Fear, B, Sorcerer, C, Don't Look Now, or D, Frenzy.
Can you hear them one more time?
All right, your options again are A, The Wages of Fear, B, Sorcerer, C, Don't Look Away, or D, Frenzy.
C.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal, Brian.
That was Roy Scheider in Sorcerer.
That is correct for a point.
Okay, well, with the end of that, Brian and Sean are tied with 7 points apiece. So, now this will be Brian's spin. Category is Tom Cruise. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
Let's spin it again.
Okay, and this is
I regret it.
where you are stuck with Oscars.
Worst case scenario. Okay.
So,
Worst case scenario for me either.
So, your first question, category of Oscars, Brian. How many Oscar nominations has Viggo Mortensen received?
I have a guess, but just to minimize the steal, let's go multiple.
Okay. Your options are A1, B2, C3, or D4.
It was one of those. I'm going to guess 2.
And Sean for the 1-point steal.
3.
That is correct for 1 point.
Makes me like the better, Brian. I was on that too. 2 or 3. It's 2 or 3.
Your next question, Brian. Bob Dylan won a Best Original Song Oscar for what film?
Oh, I feel like I know this one. Multiple choice.
Is it A, I'm Not There, B, Wonder Boys, C, Masked and Anonymous, or D, Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid?
Okay, I take that back. I did not know this. B.
That is correct for 1 point. Next question, category of Oscars. What was the only category for which the film The Fisher King won an Oscar for?
The only one at 1?
Yes, 1.
Best Supporting Actress, Mercedes Rule.
That is correct on both accounts.
One of my favorite movies.
Next question, category of Oscars. Who won Best Lead Actor for films released in 1980?
80. Sorry, 181. Let's go multiple choice.
Okay, your multiple choice options are A, Robert De Niro, B, Henry Fonda, C, Robert Duvall, D, Warren Beatty.
It might have been on Golden Pond. Let's say Henry Fonda.
Incorrect. Sean for the 1 point steal.
Was it De Niro?
That is correct for 1 point. Robert De Niro for Raging Bull. Raging Bull was the film. Your final question, Brian, category of Oscars. What was the only film released in the 90s to win Best Picture but not Best Director?
In the 90s. Again, I think I have an idea, but let's go multiple choice in case I'm wrong.
Okay, your multiple choice options are A, The English Patient, B, Silence of the Lambs, C, Shakespeare in Love, or D, Dances with Wolves.
Shakespeare in Love.
Correct for 1 point.
My guess was wrong, so I'm glad I went multiple choice.
So with that, Brian is at 11 points. Sean is close behind with 9. So it's still really anyone's game as we go into round 3. We're going to let our competitors pick what they want for their 1, 2, 3, and 4 pointers. The categories that they will choose from are sports, westerns, comedies, scores and soundtracks, romance, and 1980s. And we will let them pick their categories right now, and we will get back to you right now. Okay, well, our competitors have picked what they want for their 1, their 2, their 3, and their 4 pointer. Brian has picked his 1 in scores and soundtracks, his 2 in romance, his 3 in comedy, and his 4 in 80s movies. Or Sean has picked his 1 in romance, his 2 in 80s, his 3 in sports, and his 4 in comedies. So, with that being said, let's get on with it. I will be giving Sean his 1 point question in the category of romance. Sean, who plays Aaron Connors in Trainwreck?
Oh God, what's her freaking name? It's, oh my God, I'm blanking on her name.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat it.
Okay, your question. Who plays Aaron Connors in Trainwreck?
Oh my God.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Yep, didn't have anything. Correct answer.
Yeah.
Correct answer is Bill Hader.
Oh my God, I thought it was the girl.
Yeah, I was thinking it was Amy Schumer.
No.
I don't know which character Aaron was.
Maybe something. It's like, oh wow. Okay, I would have gotten that wrong anyway.
Yeah, Bill Hader is the correct answer. That means we will stick with Sean for his 2-pointer in 80s. 2-pointer in 80s, Sean. What movie that centers around college students features characters named Booger, Wormster, and Burke?
Revenge of the Nerds.
Correct for 2 points. So, that does bring it over to Brian. So, Ryan, would you like to read Brian his 1-pointer in scores and soundtracks? Making me say Ryan and Brian in the same sentence is kind of evil, but okay.
Yeah. But anywho, what was it? Brian, your first question, 1-pointer in the category of scores and soundtracks. Here we go. For your 1-pointer, who performed the Top Gun song "Danger Zone"?
Kenny Loggins.
Yeah, that is a big fat correct for 1 point, and if you had gotten that wrong, people would riot on the interwebs.
Definitely a 1-point question.
Oh, that is it's a 1-pointer, yes.
It is very much.
I was going to say another word, but that's not here for the air. But anyway, yes, that is correct. For 1 point.
So, Sean, your 3-pointer in the category of sports movies.
Mm-hmm.
Who stars as John McEnroe in Borg versus McEnroe?
Shia LaBeouf.
Correct for 3 big points. So, Sean is at 14. Brian is at 12. So, Brian, that is over to you to ask Brian his question in romance for 2 points.
All right. Let's see. Romance for 2. Where are you? I wrote it down. Looking at the wrong one. All right. In the category of romance, 2-pointer. Here we go. I got it now. Who won an Oscar for playing Cher's mother in Moonstruck?
I believe, but not positive, it's Olympia Dukakis.
That is correct for 2 points.
So we are all tied up here. But because Brian still has more questions left,
Yep.
I'm going to have you stick with Brian, Ryan. So give Brian his 3-pointer in comedy. I'm going to call it for the rest of the match.
Oh, there's so many rhymes here tonight on this stream. But anyway, your 3-point question comes in the category of comedies. Comedy. 3-pointer. Who plays eccentric wedding coordinator Frank in Father of the Bride?
Frank.
It's Frank, actually.
Sorry.
It's Martin Short.
One of the three amigos? Yes, that is correct for 3 points. Sorry, it looks like Frank, but then again, I think they pronounce it differently. So,
Well,
yeah,
in the movie, they mispronounce it too, so that's the whole point.
Okay.
So,
Sorry, haven't seen it yet.
Brian is at 17 points. Sean is at 14.
Mm-hmm.
Sean has to hit his 4-pointer. If he does not hit it, then Brian wins the match.
Oh, boy.
So, Sean, your 4-pointer in the category of comedies. What pop-punk band makes a cameo appearance performing at the prom in Not Another Teen Movie? Answer or repeat in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
Okay. What pop punk band makes a cameo appearance performing at the prom in Not Another Teen Movie? Five, 4, 3,
Go one more.
2. That is your final repeat?
Yep.
What pop punk band makes a cameo appearance performing at the prom in Not Another Teen Movie?
The Blink 182.
And your winner, it is Brian the MacGuffin Michaels. We are looking for every 20-something's favorite band in high school. Good Charlotte. Good Charlotte. The anthem, it's a new day, but it all feels... Anyway, that's not important. What is important is that Brian did win the match, but Sean played a great game as well. The final score, if I'm correct, is 17-14, so very good scores from both gentlemen. I'm going to go to our competitors here to see how they're feeling about their match. Let's start with our winner tonight, Brian. Brian, you won the match there. You spun Tom Cruise in round 2. Then you spun again and you hit Oscars, and you weren't too happy about that. Do you regret spinning again?
I do regret spinning again. I mean, Tom Cruise, I thought I'd be okay on, but I never know, like, it's not just going to be what movie it was. It's going to be about each individual movie, so I had no idea what the questions could be. I was actually okay with most of the other categories, including even his strengths, just because, I tried to study for him a little bit. But Oscars is always been a little bit of a weakness of mine. That's why I was very careful to use multiple choice to make sure that if you did steal, it wouldn't get too many points.
So how do you feel about the match in general and how everything went?
It went about how I thought. I mean, I felt I felt like I could win it, but I knew it wasn't going to be a knockout. I was 98% sure that it wasn't going to be a TKO. I knew it was going to come down to the very end, and it was a close match, and I expected nothing else from Sean. I enjoyed the match. I enjoyed the challenge, and he did a great job. I would not have gotten that last question he got because all those Blink-182, Offspring, Good Charlotte, they all run together for me. So I don't know, but got the win, squeaked it out. So on to the next round.
Yes. Speaking of the next round, you will be playing the winner of Michael Campbell and Chris Doman. Who do you think you're going to play? How do you think that's going to play out? Who are you looking forward? Who would you rather play? All of that.
I don't know who I think will win. If I had to pick a prediction, I'd probably say Michael Campbell, just because he has more history in to look back on. I know Doman's done a lot more in like Fandom and some other leagues and things, but as far as solo, he hasn't done much in just straight movies. But I've seen him in his matches, and he's done a phenomenal job. So either one of them is going to be a challenge.
Well, yes, I will be looking forward to that match. So, Sean, you played a great game, but you couldn't pull out the win there. What are your thoughts?
It was honestly the second round for me. I am actually really, really good at actor filmography, but I also knew it was a strength of his. And I know with that, it could go all the way to the 30s to present day, and I wasn't about to get myself caught. So I figured if I had gotten something else besides Oscars or 70s movies, I felt like I was pretty confident, but naturally that's the way it went. And I will admit I'm pretty lacking in 70s films. So luckily, I mean, even in that round, I thought I did pretty well for those questions. But yeah, no, it was fun. It was good. I knew Brian and I were going to go down to the wire. I knew, just like he said, it wasn't going to be a TKO or a KO from either one of us. I know we're both pretty strong. It's definitely a better performance than my last round, even though I lost. But you live, you learn, and you pick yourself up and you go to the next match. So that's what I'm going to do.
Definitely. And we don't know exactly who you'll be playing, but who'd you like to play next down the road? Is there anyone you kind of want to maybe not call out, but maybe say that, hey, it might be fun to play that person?
I mean, if I had one, I was going to call somebody out, but since I didn't win, I'm not going to do that. But there was someone in particular I was really looking at to call out, but I'm not going to do that. So you know what? I will play whoever, whenever you guys want me to, anytime. I will never say no to a match. So whoever wants to come at me, bring it.
Fair enough. And you will also be back in our teams division with your new team partner, Kirk Kawakowski. How are you looking forward to how that's going to go down?
We're a very dangerous team. We proved that when we played Brian and Sean in another league. So everyone should be on notice because we are a team to be reckoned with, and everyone should be worried to play us.
Okay, fair enough. So with that being said, let's see where we can find our competitors and our hosts and everyone in this wonderful match tonight. So, Brian, where can the good people find you?
My name under Facebook, or just go anywhere on Warzone. You'll find me hosting, writing, editing, etc.
And Sean?
I have my own movie review show, as you can see behind me, so you can find me on Sean's Movie Crusades on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or at S Movie Crusades on Twitter or Letterboxd. And of course, you can find me personally on Facebook. And of course, I'm all around the leagues now too, whether it be Nerd Fights, Choke Slam, Full Metal, Multiplex. Yeah, you can pretty much find me anywhere. Not that hard to find.
And Parmesan.
You're muted, Parmesan. There you go.
No. I know my P's and Q's, brother. But anyhow, you good people on the interwebs, you can find me any place, anytime, anywhere on Facebook at Ryan Permison. That's RyanPermison _ Aspiring Movie Critic. Find me on Twitter and Instagram at RyanRPM5. Make sure you follow me on Letterboxd at letterboxd.com/RyanMovieBuff. There's more than one hot take there for you to chew on and enjoy, just as Jurassic Sharks and Jaws and whoever else wants to. And also, you can find me competing and hosting matches all around the fan movie trivia leagues. This is a great community. I love being a part of it. Thank you so much for having me here for this match. Can't wait to see where this tournament goes and all the other tournaments that are going on the interwebs right now. So thanks for having me. Back to you at the desk, Little Boat.
Yes, I'm Little Boat, and I host Warzone here. I write. I don't edit like Brian. Brian does really all the work. I just take like 25% of the credit. But yeah,
12%.
But yeah, that being said, check out all the other good stuff we've got on Multiplex. You can find me on like Letterboxd and stuff. But anyway, that's Brian Michaels. That's Sean Wasserkrug. That's the quote, Ryan Permison. And I'm Caleb Lil Boat. And this has been Multiplex Movie Warzone. A bye-bye, a bye-bye, a bye-bye.